Good morning. I'm Crystal Vanbo. I'm a pastor, and so today I'm just gonna speak to you briefly. It's about giving. So when did I learn how to give? Giving is an act of the heart. It's an act of the heart. So when you have an act that comes from that flows from the heart outwardly, which shines outwardly, which is the radiated light of Christ, right? So how do you get to give? Because everyone can't give, and I don't mean financially, I don't mean psychologically, I don't mean emotionally, I don't mean intellectually, I don't mean physically give. I mean to possess giving. I possess that gift. I love to give. I love to give as an act of worship. So that's why I became a pastor and a minister, because my heart is not a big heart, but it is a heart of worship. And how do I know it's a heart of worship? Because when I wake up in the morning, I'm worshiping God. When I go to sleep, I'm worshiping God. When I'm around my house or outside, I'm constantly worshiping God. And I have a lot of interference. I have a lot of, distorted thoughts that are not my thoughts, but from other people, from other influences or people. But I'm here to let you know that you can block that. It takes time, it takes discipline. I learned it very young. But anyways, how do you learn how to block that? A lot of people don't know how. They think it's by getting a bunch of friends, or praying obsessively, or maybe meditation obsessively, eating obsessively, working out obsessively, having a lot of sex obsessively, maybe picking up hobbies obsessively. That's not how you block those out. It is an act of giving. The more you give, the more humbleness you get, the more your mind begins to clear all other clutterance in your body, the more radiating energy pulsates through your body from your head all the way down to your feet. This radiating power does not come from man. It does not come from food. It does not come from people. It comes from within. It comes from within. So my mom, I had a Christian mom, and she loved reading the Bible. She was a Christian, teacher, a Bible school teacher, and I, loved watching her. But I always often wonder, how do you, my heart was filled with love all the time. It's just flowing out. And the more I gave, and I never told no one that, because I know that it was coming from a place of power, a place of certainty, a place of abundance, a place of warmth, a place of strength, a place of courage. Because even when you don't have parents, maybe they die, or they disown you, or you get raped, or you get abducted, or you go to prison, or you lose all your friends, you lose everything around you. That is what kept me grounded, is I gave until I couldn't give anymore. And my heart just overflowed with love all day long. And I could not be angry. And when I was angry, it was rare. And when I was angry, I had to apologize. even if it wasn't to the person, I had to apologize. And the reason why is because I did the act of giving, which is worshiping God, and that is given um, 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 the word is given freely, and given is love. It is service. It is worship. It is humbleness. It is meekness. It is courage. It is strength. It is power. It is beauty. It is opulence. It is graciousness. It is humbleness. It is gentleness. And that's where I got my power from. It's where I got my character from. It is where I got my strength from. It was an act of giving. The more I gave, and given without wanting anything in return. That's where I found my love at. That's where I found my care at. That's where I found my greatest power. It was given without wanting it back or expecting it back. And that's how I grew my heart. That's how I learned the difference of when someone loved me and when they really didn't love me, because they were, let me write down this that you owe me. They were making like check marks of everything I did wrong to them. Everything wasn't correct, and everything that I needed to circle or underline, and like I don't like writing letters at all. But when I did write a letter, it was, I was ending something and it was painful, Anyways, I hope that you enjoy this, because I certainly did. It is for you, not for me. I still do meditation. I still still worship God in spirit and truth. But the reason why I'm a pastor and a minister, and I want you to be filled with this, because it's where you get the Holy Ghost from. It's where you get the fire in your tongue from. And power does not come from exercising. Power comes from food and exercise, and it does not come from people. People cannot give you power. It comes from food, and it comes from exercising. Money does not buy you power. It buys you security. It buys you comfort. It buys you pleasure, not power. Beauty comes from, beauty, when someone thinks you're beautiful or thinks that you are not replaceable, that does not come from outwardly. It comes from within and radiates outwardly. So when someone calls you beautiful, it has to radiate from the outside and the inside, and then it radiates outwardly, and you become so beautiful that people can't help but to call you beautiful, because you literally become extremely beautiful. And most people that are blessed with beauty, real beauty, it's because they're beautiful inside as well as outside. And when they're not beautiful in the inside, you don't see their beauty. You will see their ugliness coming outwardly, and it actually starts to change them over time. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this. I did. Again, I'll be coming on 4 times a week, sometimes more. I don't do this for money or fame or for wealth, or for you to just listen to me. I'm just a pastor a minister, and I just want to spread to you that there's no greater gift than the gift of God. There's no greater love. No one can love you like God can love you. No one can protect you or make you feel comfortable as God can. And trust me, I know what it's like to be ridiculed, to be put down, to be shoved, to be pushed, to lose your place, to be, out in the streets or wherever. I know what that feels like, and it did not take power from me. It let me learn security, warmth, and encouragement. I encourage myself. I did for myself, and I encourage you to do for yourself. I love you. Joy and peace to you, and prosperity and wealth I hope you obtain. If you have curses on you, know that those curses may be validated. Usually curses do not necessarily come from your enemies. I don't have any enemies, but sometimes they don't come from your enemies. Sometimes they come from projection of when a person projects on you and you receive their projection. A lot of times you have to understand their projection. Is it their insecurity? Is it their lack of love? Is it their lack of wealth? Is it their lack of, uncertainty? There's a lot that goes into that. Anyways, I love you. Know that I love you. And know that if I ever say anything that offends some, I don't mind offending you. I am a real minister and pastor. I don't have time to be your friend. I'm not on here to be your friend. I'm on here to tell you the truth, be a witness of God, and to love you as Christ loved you. He's strong, he's masculine, he is of courage, and he certainly possesses all power and authority. I do not exercise power over people. I exercise rights. That's it. That's the only thing I can do. Anyways, I love you all. Again, thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you soon. Bye, my loves.